Techies Residence is in its third year now, and this year we've been able to support more projects than ever before. Over the 3 years that we've run the programme, we've supported over 20 organisations, so we think we're beginning to have some wider impact in the voluntary sector. Techies Residence is about providing support to organisations who think that digital technology can help them have greater impact, but really don't know how. And then we pair them up with a technology partner and they work together to come up with the answers.
Our role is to identify what the crux of the matter is that they are trying to resolve, and it may not be the issue that they actually came in with and thought they had a ready-made solution. So we challenge them to try and think outside the box. The second phase then is we identify a digital technologist to work with them, and together they go through a residential process for 2 days where they really work out what the nuts and bolts of the project is going to be.
We've always wanted to use creativity, use innovative practice to reach out to more parents, and this Techies in Residence programme gave us the opportunity to do that. And we were really fortunate to be matched up with our techie who has really embraced the project, understood where we're coming from, understood what our challenges are, and helped to work collaboratively together to come up with a solution.
We have been doing something for such a long time in a certain way. Working with the techie has been really good in that they have shown us better ways of doing things.
Our Housing Advice-NI website is just so big. People have a tendency sometimes to get a bit lost in it and get bogged down in the detail. So this new Smart Rental will provide like a simplified version for people.
For a long time, we've had the germ of an idea within the Children's Law Centre about going digital. We were successful in the pitch, and then we attended the residential, and we have been working with Keith over the past 4 or 5 weeks developing our digital solution.
We can't really just create like a standard web page with lots of links on it. We wanted to make it as accessible as we possibly could. That's whenever we really benefited from C60's input, because they were able to start to think quite laterally about how you could create a new web-based interactive platform that was very visual.
This is a very content-heavy application. I'm just facilitating that. I'm just putting that into images and putting it into different types of graphics. But at the end of the day, they rubber stamp this. This is representing their organisation.
I build software that people that have a weird problem and they're not too sure what to do, they would come to me and we'd sit down and plan it out.
We've encountered a number of issues that have posed some problems, and Declan's very much been on hand throughout that process to help us kind of circumnavigate those problems, come up with other solutions.
A lot of our social innovation work is about breaking up the way that people traditionally conceive of and develop projects. So we're trying to intervene at an earlier stage. So we don't ask people to come with all of the answers or to pretend that they have all of the answers. We're really actually just looking for open-mindedness, and there's a whole cohort of great organisations out there who want to engage in that way.
The problem in the existing funding structure is that you can only get funding for a very specific programme, and you have to lay it out in a very ironclad manner. Techies in Residence has given us the space and the room to come up with something that is a specific innovation to the needs of Housing Rights NI.
It's my bread and butter work, and that's what makes me tech, I guess. I don't have a clue about techie stuff. I wouldn't have the first clue how to do what Damien's doing, and I wouldn't have the money to go and employ him. So basically, this marriage is completely impossible without Techies in Residence.
We're putting in probably considerably more time and effort than the funding would cover in itself. It's just that there's enough there to let us put in the extra over that gets us across the line.
While it's called Techies in Residence, the focus isn't on the technology, the focus is on the innovation, the social innovation, what impact this project is going to make internally with the organisation, externally with the clients that they deal with so they can put forward a better service, and then how that product that they have developed can be translated to other organisations who have got the same issues.
Initially when we had to pitch our idea, it was very nerve-wracking, even though I was so confident in what we were doing. But, getting that recognition and people seeing that, you are tackling a social problem that's out there, it's been great.
I've actually really enjoyed working in something I believe in, or something that has a greater benefit to society than maybe just making profits for a company.
Just to have the resources from Zoo Creative, the mentoring from Innovate-NI and Building Change Trust, and then also just having the backing of our own organisation to work on this project as well has been absolutely vital in getting to where we are.
Techies in Residence has a degree of fluidity in it. It allows people to explore the area where innovation can truly happen. So in my view it would be essential going forward that Techies in Residence continues, or a programme like it continues in its place, because that's where the real difference could potentially happen.